Hey y'all, I'm Karen Mayer Cunningham, the special education boss. If you've ever felt confused, overwhelmed, or just plain frustrated at the 504 IEP table, you are in the right place. Every week, I'm breaking down the rules, the rights, and the realities of special education so you can walk into meetings informed, empowered, and ready to make real change. And whether you're a parent, a teacher, an advocate, a school-based member, or somebody who's just trying to do right by a student, this podcast gives you straight talk, real answers, and tools that you can use immediately. I'm not here to play politics. I'm not here to play sides. I'm here to train people who sit at the table and teach you how to follow the law, ask the right questions, and protect the rights of students. So go ahead and hit subscribe, share this with a friend, and you know what? Meet me back here every single week. We're not just talking about change. We're making it. Because when you know better, you do better. And when we get it right for the child, we get it right for everybody. Hey guys, welcome back. We haven't met. I'm Karen Mayer Cunningham, special education boss, training everyone that sits at the 504 IEP table to navigate and negotiate successful student outcomes. Did you guys have a good, amazing Monday? Or did you just have a Monday? Can we just agree that it's against international law for IEP meetings to finish in April? Is that the law, Cindy? Like you just cannot finish them.
Yes, especially Monday and April.
Yeah, Monday, Tuesday, any day. Yeah, amazing. Because we have so many more times left open to have IEP meetings. So, we do want to talk about, can y'all see the, Alan or Lauren, can you see the little orange purse in the bottom? Just give me a thumbs up. There should be, y'all don't see it or you do see it? Oh, we see it. Okay. So, we are so happy to let you know that we have TikTok Shop. We have TikTok Shop. So, we have the Epic IEP, national bestseller, guidebook for parents, advocates, and educators navigating the process. Then we have the Epic IEP law book, all state and federal laws, with a crosswalk for your state. And our biggest seller, da-da-da, 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 da-da-da-da-da-da. This was made in love for all of the attorneys and special education directors that lie to you in IEP meetings. Did I say that? Yeah. Did I mean it? Yeah. So it's all in the TikTok Shop. Yep. Got the code of federal regulations. It's good stuff. What's not good stuff?
We don't see the shop.
You don't see the shop? Okay.
I see an orange square with an arrow, but not a back.
Okay. So, can somebody text Stephanie and see if we can get it on there? Stephanie Marie. Yep. Hang on just a second. I am. Yes, we're here.
In all your grand splendor.
In all my grand splendor. Yeah. But I don't want Splenda. I want real sugar. But
I definitely know that.
Yeah. I don't want Splenda or Splendor. So Stephanie Marie will help us find the orange card. But Cindy, do we have questions from our friends? Did you guys all miss Cindy? Yeah, Cindy went on a cruise without us. But at moments she was like, I wish I was back on TikTok. Didn't you, Cindy?
And I said, I wish I was on a partner's cruise.
Right?
Okay. So, yes, we do have a lot of questions already.
Okay.
And they are fast and furious, especially in April. So, first up, as a special education teacher, how do I become an advocate?
Yeah, so we have a live 2-day intensive coming up May 23rd and 24th. That really is your first step to understand the foundations, the principles, how to build your business, all of those things. And then after that, we'll have a mastermind. We have a very exciting thing coming up. I don't even know if Cindy knows about it.
Ooh,
Cindy, do you know? So starting,
I don't think so.
I don't think they have announced it here. Starting, I don't know what that was. And starting June 1st at 7 p.m. Central on Monday nights, we will have the Epic Educator Academy. It is solely for educators, and it's going to be $27 a month. It will only be educators, people that work in the school system. It will not be people that do not work in the school system, because those teachers we love, 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 and they need a place where they can be trained and equipped and resourced to be even more superstars than they already are. And we will be, I have an educator that will be co-captaining this with me. Is that a word, co-captaining? Yeah, we'll be co-teaching. So it's going to be just for educators, employees of the school district. We will go by the same processes that we do if we're in a due process hearing, and that is when you log on to watch a live due process hearing, the hearing officer requires you to log on with what, Cindy? Your full name, right?
Yes.
And so you don't have to turn your camera on, but you have to have your full name on your little grid so that it can be a safe place for educators. So the Epic Educator Academy starts Monday, June 1st at 7 p.m. Central. Is that fantastic, Cindy? We made decisions while you were in the water.
Absolutely.
You were on the
fantastic.
water? Yeah.
You're going to be validating all those educators out there.
Yeah.
You know that?
Yeah, they're amazing. Without the educators, we get nothing done.
Absolutely. And guess what? Gene Wyatt says, I have been fighting in meetings all day. It's so nice to see you.
Oh. Keep up the good fight.
Yes. Okay, let's see. I am here. Oh, hi guys. It's just me. Took me a little while to find you. Let's see.
Sorry, I was running late. I had some family shenanigans. Why does the family shenan when you got something to do? Can't they do it in your not scheduled time?
Be careful, because they might shenan when you don't have something to do. But you always do have something to do, ma'am. I have never seen you not have something to do.
Yeah, I've always got something to do. We went to the casino this weekend, Cindy.
Did you? Did you love it?
I love the sweatshirt that I bought for $100.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't gamble. I don't get the whole gambling thing. I don't get giving somebody your money and you know you're not getting it back. Like, we could get like a lip balm, like a bracelet, charm, like a t-shirt. Sorry, you're a loser. Something. But they just take your money. And so I let them take a couple hundred, and then, but I still have that. I still have this. Look what I have, Cindy. I have my cash out voucher. So I'd like to say that I am a winner. So I won $47.49 after paying $200. So does that make me a winner?
Maybe a wiener.
I have it. I have proof. I am a winner.
Okay.
Yeah. And they need to have more shopping at the casino. Like that, I will put my money in.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you made a donation and got a lovely sweatshirt.
Yeah. Yeah, I did. It was called Lucky. It was called Happy Camper. But the E in camper is a 3. Search it up.
Okay.
All right, teacher here. Does your book help teachers write strong, meaningful, effective IEP goals? Yep. At the end of every chapter, this is a 7-part framework we use for anybody, whether we're training them, teaching them, representing them, and IEP goals. At the end of every chapter, it has a checklist for teachers, a checklist for parents, a checklist for advocates, no matter how you sit at the IEP table. What do I think of ABA therapy? I think it's amazing for a certain population for a short period of time.
Can you tell the cost and the info for the Educator Academy again, please?
Yep, it's going to be $27.
Fantastic.
Yep.
How can I get my son's IEP?
Ask for a copy.
Can a dean set up a manifestation meeting for placement if it hasn't been 10 days of suspension?
Yeah, and we love that. We would rather have a manifestation determination resolution meeting than let it keep going and something happens that we can't recover from. So I like it, Picasso.
Can school psychologists use old evaluations on a re-evaluation and ignore some testing requests?
Not if they're ethical. So we test for 3 things, right? To see if there's a new eligibility, to see if we need to look for updated present levels and if we need to add more services for this student. So is that Matthew? Is that Matthew online?
Yeah.
Matthew, did you have a good day?
Did you have a good day?
Did you bite anybody? I almost bit somebody today. Yeah, there's no biting in IEP meetings, right, Cindy? It's still not legal?
Correct.
I was in an IEP meeting, this little boy was biting people, and the LSSP was going on and on about it, and I said, I feel like we should bring biting back. It's really clear, and we all know the intent. And, ma'am, that's not funny. Oh, I didn't say it was funny, I just said it was clear. It's the communication that we understand. It says, stop it, right? So, it's just a thought. Maybe we should just bring biting back for up to 8-year-olds. Just like developmental delay. We just cut it off at 9 years.
There we go. I have had a level 3 nonverbal pre-skills emerging, but he is about to turn 9. In the IEP meeting, hang on one second, there should be more. I have I have a level 3 nonverbal pre-K skills emerging, but he is about to turn 9. What is going to happen in his IEP?
I mean, does that sound like it's the parent asking you, Cindy?
It does.
So, I don't know what's going to happen in his IEP. Hopefully we'll find him a setting that's appropriate for him, that has an opportunity to teach skills, right? So, first I would ask for a draft. I don't go to IEP meetings without a full draft. And then I would ask for the last 36 instructional weeks of IEP progress reports. We should be building off the last annual IEP at 36 instructional weeks of IEP progress reports, and then the new draft should mirror his needs. So the orange card is up, I'm told. Y'all see the little orange bag? You see the bag,
Yes,
Cindy? Okay.
Yes.
So all of these are in the TikTok shop. You can get them individually. You can get them as a bundle. You can buy a bundle for your principal. Don't you think that would be nice, Cindy? Principal Appreciation Bundle Week. Yeah. I thought you'd want this because you don't have a copy of the law. I wanted to give it to you.
Every IEP meeting I go to, I bring a bundle or send one.
Bring a bundle, send a bundle. Yeah.
There we go. Spread the knowledge, ma'am. Are teachers and nurses allowed to ask my child if they have taken their ADHD medication for the day?
You know, people are allowed to do all sorts of things that are not good, right? I would like to ask, can I ask the nurse if she's taken her medicine for the day? I mean, have you thought of extended release, ma'am? What you're saying is that if you'd taken the medicine, you would be more enjoyable to be around. I mean, that's what you're saying. Remember when you're asking a child they took their medicine? Remember if they're 8? They have an 8-year-old liver. So stop asking children if they took Schedule 1, 2, and 3 narcotics. Why don't you not do that?
I do tell people they're pushing the limits of my medication.
Yeah, and I don't like pushing, ma'am. Don't like it. We believe in biting, but not pushing. Or as my husband says, he says I'm a professional poker. Do you think I am? I think I might be. He's not wrong.
It's justified, though.
Yeah, but I'm just looking for information. I'm just poking.
And you wouldn't poke if there wasn't,
Yeah.
what do we go, prevarication.
Yeah, that.
Okay.
A vaccination, huh?
Yes.
A staycation.
The lie, there won't be a poke.
Yeah.
Okay. Where can we get information for all the trainings and workshops that you do? I need to prioritize how I'm going to take them.
Sure. So you can get the 2-day on demand, meaning you can start it right now. The next live 2-day is May 23rd and 24th. And somebody can look online. And a couple weeks after that, we start the mastermind, right? So we have a 2-day live, and then we start the mastermind after that. Christina just finished the mastermind. Christina, do you want to tell our friends how you enjoyed the mastermind? If you enjoyed the mastermind? I think she enjoyed the mastermind. Yeah, so you can always get the on-demand. Oh, it's great and amazing. Who doesn't like that? So we want to equip people that, especially this time of the year, we're finishing up a spring semester. We know a lot of you are not returning to school, but you haven't quite yet told that to your employer, right? Because you don't want it to be unpleasant the last few days of school. So we understand that many of you will be pivoting and starting a new vocation. And so we want to be here to support you.
Can dyslexia be diagnosed through the school?
So schools don't make diagnoses. They have criteria to see if they meet determination thresholds. Schools don't diagnose children. They're not doctors in the school that are the student's doctor. You might have doctors in school, but they're not the child's doctor.
Can you give me your thoughts on self-contained kiddos having to relocate on state testing days due to them being too loud?
What? What? What do you mean? What are we relocating them to a bunker? What does that mean? Stay home? I've never heard of such ridiculousness. That's gross. That's gross. And it's illegal. You put them out of placement. Don't threaten me with a good time. Don't tell me who did it, because I will do a shout out TikTok for that school district. No, we don't remove children with disabilities because they're loud during the state test. That's gross.
I have a question. When observing a new school, can I do a 30-day trial?
When observing a new school, I don't like you're just gonna. I don't know what that means. Like you want your child to go to a school for 30 days, and if you don't like it, you'll pull them out.
That's a good question.
Yeah, I don't.
Miramar, just in case it comes in the bottom.
Okay.
Okay. Yay, your books are in the right direction. Keep writing them, please.
Oh, thank you. We appreciate it. We have another book coming out this month called the, wait for it, Cindy, Workbook. What teacher doesn't love a good workbook?
It is so good. What's the difference between Wilson's and foundation curriculum?
They're different. But see, here's the deal. Curriculum doesn't change people's lives. Teachers do, right? You can have the most certified, bona fide, glorified, something curriculum teacher, but if she's not good at working with kids, it doesn't really matter. And you can have somebody that doesn't even have a curriculum. They pulled stuff together themselves, and they really are good at intervening and making changes. So I think we get really connected to name brands. I love a good name brand. When we're talking about children, it all happens through the greatness of an educator. Thanks, you guys, for the gifts.
So many people out there thanking you for teaching them their parental rights so that way they can fight the good fight for their kiddos.
Thank you.
Let's see. Okay, let's see. There we go. Oh, Miramar said, before deciding a placement, can we try it for 30 days?
No. It's not like a BMW. If you take it home, you got to buy it. Yeah. So we look at, we're talking about new placements. We certainly want to consider the continuum placements. But then you have to give that new setting a chance, right? So, when we do a new placement, we expect for the emotionality of the child's disability to probably increase. So even those first 30 days might not be the outcome you want, or we call it the honeymoon phase. It might look like it's going great. Then that kiddo goes, hey, you're really moving here. This wasn't a vacation. It's a staycation. So, we make our best informed decision as a committee, and we head in that direction.
What is the maximum caseload for a self-contained autistic support teacher to have?
I don't know. You would have to check with your state regs, and your state regulations are in this book. Isn't that amazing? So if you need the PW whatever from West Virginia, or the Texas Administration Code, or the SELPA from California, it's in here. It's in here. You can thank SEL for that. SEL was my co-publisher. She's really good.
Woohoo! How do you feel about a district making MSD kids transfer back to their home school?
MSD.
Yes.
Social development. Acronyms can mean a bunch of things. So I don't know what MSD stands for.
Multiple severe disabilities.
And they're making them move back to where?
To their home school.
Oh, well, that's fine, but you have to provide them the service at your home campus that they need. So I guess you just have a bunch of services popping up. Congratulations. Oh, we've met 80% of the live goal. I don't know what that means, but we were all alive and we met our goal. So let's hear it for everybody. Woo!
Go us.
So I'm not allowed to say the A word anymore. We had a meeting with my manager at TikTok. Did you know I have a manager at TikTok? Because he said I had really good verticals. I said, sir, I'm seeing somebody. Anyway, I didn't know what that meant. So we want you to get your stuff on the TikTok shop. That's why it's below. And next week we have some new stuff that's going to be in the TikTok shop. Right, Angie? They are showing us how to put digital products in the TikTok shop. Isn't that exciting?
Heck yes.
Yeah, heck yes.
Yes.
Did you know I had good verticals, Cindy? Did you know my verticals were good?
I did, ma'am.
Yeah, I get that a lot. You and your verticals.
Your horizontals aren't bad either. After being at the same school for a couple of years because there wasn't enough unit or space originally, was the update to the one where, what do you think about MSD kids being moved back to their home school? So I guess there wasn't a unit or a space. Now there is, and they're going back.
Yeah, and the whole intention is if we can, we want to keep said kiddo at their home campus, right? That's where their neighbors are. That's probably where their siblings are. So if we can bring that service to their campus or close to their campus, we certainly would be happy with that. Thanks, you guys, for all of the love and the gifts and the rising stars and all the things. If you want, so let me just answer it. So Sleek Geek wants to answer a type of longer question. So at the bottom, there's an orange check mark. If you want to send us a direct message, you can complete that.
Excellent. Can the psychologist within the school system, they said that they can't make a diagnosis such as autism. Is that correct?
They don't make diagnoses. They make determinations. They do educational evaluations to determine if they met criteria for a federal eligibility.
The school is trying to diagnose my son with intellectual disability at the age of 17 and a half. Can they do that?
As a new eligibility? That would be very odd that you would just show up as an adult and all of a sudden have an intellectual disability if you hadn't had an accident or something. It doesn't just pop up. It's not like a muffin. That was funny, Cindy. The muffin thing was funny.
Is there a autism level 6?
I don't know. There's a level 6 of my feelings during an IEP meeting, I can tell you that. Yep, we are new books. So we have this book, and then we have the Epic IEP, federal law and state laws together, and then we have the Epic IEP Para. You read this Para book with your coffee, right, Cindy?
Oh.
A Para, a coffee, and a scone. Does the book come with a scone, Angie? Do we send out a free? We can put in a scone. Yeah. Can I just say for the record, I've caught 2 mouses, and guess what the other day? Sitting in my bed, one runs under the... I can't get rid of the mouses in the houses. They're in there.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, you can order on the A word, but we would love for you to order on the Tickety Talk. I don't know if you've noticed, if you've bought from the A word and you've bought from the TikTok, I can tell you because I'm a frequent buyer. Say it with me nightly. You know who's delivering stuff to your house quicker? TikTok. Like, literally. I don't know if they have like bunkers everywhere, but they are beating the A word. They are. So you know what they say, TikTok, you don't stop.
I love that.
Yeah, you know who says that?
You.
No, Rosie O'Donnell. You.
What do you do when the school keeps denying you a 1-to-1 aid because they say they quote-unquote need data?
Yeah, I would ask them what data do they need. Please populate the prior written notice with the missing data.
Let's see. Hang on. Oh, somebody said that they have 14 children on their caseload and 10 in every single class.
That's crazy. Crazy.
Cray. What do you think about a full classroom full of special needs, including ASD of all grades and severity? Can we meet their needs?
Is this a trick question? It's going to be a no for me. No, we don't have children in pull-ups and children with a full beard together. Hello.
Is that your only answer?
Oh, I have other answers. I'm just not going to let them out. No, we don't have kindergartners and 18-year-olds in the same class. Well, hello. It's Ixnay on the Oopits Day.
There we go.
I don't know what that
I have
means.
one with a beard.
Yeah, you do, but he's not in a room with 5-year-olds.
No, he's certainly not. Let's see.
Did he get walloped at school the other day?
He did, in the face.
Did he wallop them back?
He did not.
Tell him I'm very proud of him for not doing that.
I sure will.
I would have returned the wallop because I come from a long line of wallopers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't start none, won't be none.
Yes.
We're thinking of making a shirt, Cindy, that says, "Welcome to the Find Out portion of the show." What do y'all think about that?
Absolutely.
I feel like that's fine, right? Welcome to the Find Out portion of the show.
Yes. I'm 100% buying my 3.
Ollie said, she goes, "I love that." Somebody said, "Nice." Yeah.
Heck yes. Can a SPED teacher teach 2 classrooms if they share a door?
If they have multiple personalities. No. You can only teach one classroom with one person. So when you go to the other classroom, you've denied the classroom that you left a FAPE. And when you leave that other classroom, you've denied them a FAPE. So that is a failure of leadership, which you can find out all about in the para book.
Where are you based and where are the advocates based?
So I can't disclose where the advocates are based, but I live in the great Houston, Texas.
And I might live where there's a palm tree.
Yeah.
How can teachers advocate without being worried about their job?
Well, they could join June 1st. They can join the Epic Educator Academy that will solely be for school-based members so that they can have a safe place where we can train them, equip them, and serve them at the highest level.
If any of your viewers want to be placed on the email notification list, if they will send you a direct message with their email and the word educator, we will send that out to them as soon as it is available.
Yeah, so in the orange box, if you want to be part of the Epic Educator Academy, which starts Monday, June 1st, which is just for educators, 7 p.m. Central, just fill out the little orange checkbox with your email, and we'll put you on the list.
Okie dokie. Angie, you're just like a ray of sparkly sunshine. Okay, let's see.
I don't know if I would call it sparkly sunshine. Do you get her text messages during the day? There's no sunshine, and there's not a lot of sparkle.
But they make me laugh.
Yeah.
Can I go to work for you? Because at my campus, I have a teacher wanting to know where my whereabouts.
Yeah. Well, you couldn't go to work for me. Nobody works for me. But we could train you to be a superstar advocate and serve kiddos at the highest level.
Amen. I love your humor and wit when it comes to advocating. Me too. Be in a meeting with her with your own kiddo. It's great.
Yeah, it's great. It was so good that at the first meeting, was it the first meeting Cindy and I had?
Yes.
Cindy is a retired educator for 27 years. And so I became her advocate because her paperwork was, say it with me, a train wreck. And so we get into the meeting and Cindy's sitting there and all of a sudden she goes, "Just a second." She jumps up and runs and throws up into the kitchen sink. And I said, that's what 18 years of piled up stress does to you. And so then she was much better. She could return to the IEP meeting. Did I say lying?
Well,
yeah.
Call it what it is.
Yeah, cut and paste meeting. I'm allergic to cutting and pasting. That's like crafting. I'm not doing that. Yeah.
Yeah. Can students on IEPs receive failing grades?
Students on an IEP can receive whatever grade the teacher issues. I hope it's because of a valid reason. I hope we're not failing kids with disabilities.
What if the school refuses to allow a child in Gen Ed, even for just a short amount of time?
So it's not about allowing a child to be in general ed. We educate students to maximum extent possible with their non-disabled peers with supplementary aids and supports and strategies. So we are always looking for a place where the student can participate with their non-disabled peers and there's a meaningful benefit, right? It would be very rare that you have a student that I can't think of a single place during the instructional day that we can't have some time with their gen ed peers.
And this is kind of like the one just asked. Can an IEP student fail a class?
If the teacher wants to fail them, you probably don't want to do that if I'm the client's advocate.
I would love to be trained by you, and just got my order confirmation. I ordered all 3.
The trio. This is like the Olive Garden trio. We should send this out with breadsticks. Or just a picture of breadsticks.
It's like a trio.
Yeah.
Right.
Is that Matthew's cat? Is that Mittens? That cat just hangs out with you. That's the nicest cat. Look, Cindy. Look at Mittens.
Oh, hi, Mittens.
Yeah, Mittens is maybe.
Yeah, he got this new little orange cat. It's kicking it. Most cats are like this. Let me out of here.
Yep, right? Absolutely.
I heard this weekend that an iPad went swimming in the pool and a telephone went swimming in the potty. Did that happen, Matthew?
Yeah, I'll come to the when I'll take it to your bed, and immediately take it to bed.
Oh.
And it's got the dinners.
And then when you got it out of the pool, is the iPad still working?
Maybe I just about to.
Just maybe. Yeah, it is still working. That's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah. Somebody said, how do you feel about inclusion? I feel great about inclusion when it's done the way it's supposed to be done. I think that we do inclusion sometimes to set up kids for failure. And that's not by teachers, that is by leadership, right? We make sure that this is what you wanted, we're gonna make sure that it's not successful. The student can't get the right support and inclusion. The adults have to provide that for the student.
Can a kindergartner be placed in self-contained classes for behaviors only?
Yes? Yep.
They want to remove the IEP for my son. He is level 3 nonverbal, not potty trained, and elopes.
What?
Thoughts?
What are you talking about? Yeah. So we get out of special ed the same way we got in. We test them out. I don't know too many nonverbal students that would be tested out of special ed, but you know, I can think of a couple of states it would happen in.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is there a cap on the number of IEPs in a general ed class?
Not that I know of. I know that most of them have suggested percentages, but I've seen classes that were as high as 50%.
One person said my caseload is 23 to 24 SPED students, just me as the only SPED teacher at an alternative school.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Yeah.
Excellent. Did you say the tickety-tock was fast in getting the books out?
Yes. The tickety-tock is fast in getting the things that you order out. You know how they go out? They go out like this. Vroom. Just like that. Did you know that, Matthew? They go like this. Vroom. That's really fast. Yeah.
That is as fast as Miss Karen talks.
Yes.
Can a teacher call on the phone and ask if you want to drop your IEP and go to a 504?
I'm thinking about my words carefully because yesterday was the Lord's Day. What are we doing? What are we? Would you like to just be called by somebody going, "Hey, you want to get rid of your antidepressant medicine? You want to get rid of PT?" I mean, I just don't know what the point is, right? So let's convene a meeting. Let's talk about the real data and then give the parent an opportunity to make an informed decision. It's not like you're changing jackets. It's a child success system. That's what an IEP is.
Is the district allowed to move kids to DAEP if they would be considered containment in other districts?
So DAP is a consideration if a student has an action that we need to talk about considering discipline. And so we have a disciplinary hearing by some assistant principal who's in a good mood. I'm sorry, can we agree that the principals that are in charge of behavior often are not in a good mood? I feel like we have signed the most unhappy people to be the assistant principals for behavior. Maybe not always. So we have that hearing. And then right after that, if a student has an IEP, we would look at an MDR, Manifestation Determination Resolution meeting, to see if in fact this behavior was a direct link or causation of their disability. And then we would talk about, or number 2, was it a failure of the IEP? So I was in one of these meetings last week, and it was a direct cause of his disability. And then they wanted to finish. I said, oh, no. We're going to answer the second question. She said, no, we already determined it's a manifestation of his disability. I said, but you've confirmed you didn't implement his BIP. Miss Cunningham, we're not going to talk about that. We are. Oh, that's what I do. I talk about things. I said, you just sat here and said that he was in this setting, and you talked to him, and the parent talked to him, and the principal talked to him, and the other principal talked to him, and talked. When on page 2 of his FBA, it says things that are ineffective to continue to talk to him when he's already shut down. So obviously you didn't implement his FBA. And you know what the other principal said? I needed to know if he'd had lunch. What? I just didn't want him to go without lunch. Okay, it says these things are ineffective, meaning don't do them. It's a clue. But if you're just going to do what you want, you're going to have behaviors that impede his learning and the learning of others. They didn't like that. They didn't like it, Cindy. And then I said, how quickly can we get a behavioral assist from the district level to this campus to learn how to implement a BIP and an FBA? And guess when we got it, Cindy? Say it with me. The next day.
The next day.
Yeah.
Is a school district same one. Is a district required to have a resource room program like Gen Ed with pull-out support?
Yes, every campus must have resource. Every campus doesn't have to have self-contained, but every campus has to have resource. So in the federal law book, it's on page 21. It's at the top, and it's called a continuum of alternative placements, which include resource rooms. So if you were at a school district and they told you that we got rid of resource, you need to give them a ticket because they are a criminal. Just write them a ticket on a Post-it note and leave it on their desk. Where is special ed jail, Cindy? Do we have a location for special ed jail?
HE double hockey sticks?
Jail. Yes. I think it should be at Chick-fil-A and you're not allowed to get lunch. That would be the special ed jail. You just have to stand there and smell all that goodness and kindness and no Chick-fil-A sauce for you. None.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not even kidding.
Yeah. How could leadership support Gen Ed teachers with their special education caseload? Any ideas I can take back to them?
Yeah, they could provide them training. They could provide them resources. Today, I sat in a meeting and I said, were you aware inside of the software that you can print out blank data collection sheets? And he said, no. He was the case manager at a very large junior high. Like, how do we not know this basic 101 stuff, Cindy? He would put it in this thing and then on a piece of paper and then it's in the software. So I would like pass out blank data collection sheet day. I would like to know what day that is in the school. You should not be allowed to have a football game at your home field unless all blank data collection sheets have been delivered to said recipients. Hallelujah. I mean, I feel like that's reasonable.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think you make Alan in charge of that.
Oh, that would be spectacular. Okay, this is what made me chuckle. Well, that would be a call to drop an IEP when they call you and ask if you wanted to drop an IEP and go to a 504. What the heck?
Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah.
Let's see. If a student has severe behavior, is in a small school with not enough staff, is district obligated? Oops, it just rolled on me.
They are obligated to provide him a FAPE. Yeah. And we have some really small school districts. We have some rural school districts that don't have the resources that the student needs. That doesn't recuse the district from providing that student a FAPE. And so sometimes we have to look at adjoining districts. We have to look at out-of-district placements. We have to think of something else. Somebody said lock up the coffee machine and the energy drinks in the staff break room until it's completed. That was harsh.
Big words.
Oh, Lauren, did he say the energy drinks? Hold on, mister. Let's think about what you're... Oh, my friend over here is... Do not talk about the energy drinks. There will be none of that.
I provided my staff with wood bucks. Starbucks, it was our school, so they all got wood bucks.
What are wood bucks?
Well, it's kind of, our school was woodlands, so we made wood bucks, and I had 3 to 5 pots of coffee and a whole bunch of stuff and creamers, and that's
What's a coffee?
Yes.
So are you are you of a certain age, Cindy? Are you the energy drink girl or the coffee girl?
Oh, definitely coffee.
So this weekend we had all of our partners together, except for you. We missed you and Steph. The young girls, Lauren and that Rach and that Shannon, they had the 40-ounce cans of, I don't know what they were drinking. I think it was Fabuloso, but they were not playing around. The old people were just like, we'll have a cup of coffee.
Absolutely.
Yeah. They were like, have a drink of it. I'm like, no, I'm good. I have to be tested out. They're like, it's fine. No. I'll stick with coffee.
Yes, me too.
Coffee talk.
I'll get your coffee when I'm there. Hi, Mrs. Karen. My child has been in a class of 8, and they are suggesting he goes to 6. Help.
You know, that might be what he needs. Maybe the data supports that he can do a smaller ratio. I know as moms and teachers, sometimes that scares us. But if that's what he's ready for, then, I would certainly give that an opportunity to be successful.
Can school systems deny our daughter with Down syndrome a one-to-one para?
Yeah, so a one-to-one para isn't a right? A free appropriate public education is a benefit and a right. I would be reticent to ever give a child a one-to-one. It does 2 things. It creates learned dependency. It just does. It creates learned dependency, and then it recuses the district from some teaching and the student from some learning. So it's hard to tease out, what did Miss Lauren do? What did Billy do? Right? And so we can look throughout the instructional day, which is 375 minutes up to 400 minutes. There's got to be some time in that whole day that I don't need somebody on his hip, because when that student's at home, there's not somebody on their hip 24 hours a day either.
We already have a court-ordered plan from mediation. They continue to deny services, so what's my next step?
Yeah, so mediation is not a court-ordered plan. So we're talking about special education. We're talking about decisions from hearing officers. If you have a mediated settlement, that is where both parties in good faith mediated and came to a legal decision. If that's not being implemented, then you would go back to the person who does the docket at your state for mediation and say, hey, Ding Dong over here at ISD is not fulfilling their part of the agreed upon mediation. And I would think their name would be Ding Dong, right, Cindy?
It might be Ding Dong Ditch.
Oh, you scared me for a second. I thought you said something else.
Okay, so this might have been part of another one, but I don't want to leave it out just in case. At recess, as it's a non-academic activity, or do they miss it so they can receive their SDI?
Listen, I am not a teacher. God bless teacher. What teacher wants to make a child skip recess? Say it with me.
Never.
Well, that serves who, right? Your specially designed instruction should be aligned to that course content unit. So I don't have any course content during recess. So as my mama would say, let them go outside and let the stink blow off of them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's the best thing about Louisiana. Louisiana has 2 required recesses every day for elementary school kids. Isn't that amazing?
That is wonderful.
They just put a
Yes.
they just put a gator out there and nobody runs. It's really good for you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Yeah.
Yes. They need to learn how to kick playground balls and walk on stilts and, all that stuff.
Did you say walk on stilts?
Yes.
When I was in elementary school in 1st grade, the cafeteria lady gave me a Folgers can. Remember the Folgers can?
Yeah.
And I put some grass in it to make the snake feel at home while he smells. And I put it in the can and I put it on the bus. And the bus driver pulled over and threw it out and said that it could have crawled up all of our legs and killed us. And then Tina, her mother, worked at the U-Totem, and she told her she almost got bit. She's not. She's fine.
And where is she today?
Not where I am.
Relocator.
Where's that snake? That poor little snake that was living in the land of silver medal coffee. I mean, if the cafeteria lady gave me the coffee can, I don't really think it's a violation, do you?
No,
No.
of course not.
I was aided by a school-based member.
Can you call my principal and tell him we need a resource class?
Oh, absolutely. Just tell me your principal's name. I'll make him a TikTok right now. Tell me your school district's name. I'll make them their very own TikTok right now. Dear school districts, resource is a requirement under the federal law. You don't have to do it, but you have to send back all of your IDEA money. You decide. Okay, how's that?
That is fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to do it, but
Well,
send the dough back. Send back the dough. Oh, it's
Yeah,
wait, it is it is Mr. Martez at Weathersfield, Vermont. All right, y'all ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Mr. Martez at Weathersfield, Vermont. You and I both know that resource is part of the continuum of places under the IDEA. So the IDEA in 300.115 says that we have to provide a continuum of services for students with disabilities, including resource rooms. We look forward for you implementing that this week. All right, how is that?
Muffin. Absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, you just put anybody's name in there. I'll make them their own. We should have, Angie, you should need to look into that Cameo. That's a real thing. Did you know that? Cindy talked to her about that. Lauren knows about that. She's young.
Done. There'll be a graphic but in the next hour.
Yeah. Dear Mr. Martez, don't make me come to Vermont when it's warm.
Can a school test children for anything without prior notice to a parent?
We test children, right? That we do 2 things in school. We have instruction and production. So teachers are testing kids all the time. Standardized assessments, and if you're testing for a learning disability or any of the disabilities, you would have to get consent with a correct legal notice.
Can you explain compensatory services? Do they make up every single minute that they lose?
So, it'd be very rare that compensatory services are every single minute. Remembering, compensatory time is for the student to be returned back to where they would have been had the IDEA violation not occurred. Problem with that is who has to do the compensatory time? The student, right? Great school districts can, of course, put that inside of their educational day. But most school districts say, listen, why don't you have them not have a summer break and come to ESY? What do we say to ESY, Cindy? You are not doing direct instruction during ESY, and I'm also not going to make the student pay for the failure of leadership, right? So we can work that into a time that's appropriate. You can put it out as long as you want. You can have it 24 months, 12 months. You could have it on Saturdays at the public library. You could have it, every Tuesday for an hour after school. You can, what I call, fold it into the cake. But remember, unfortunately, the child with a disability has to make up those hours.
Yes. Oh, I forgot to mention that it is on the 647. Are we good?
We're good because I was late.
Okay.
Because I was on the phone with the people of the deal, remember?
Of the Intergalactica family. So,
Yeah, the La Familia. Yeah, they are in the find out stage.
oh, yes.
And guess what? I'm out. I found out and I'm out. I love you. See you when you cross the rainbow.
See you on the other side. Deuces. Any suggestion for SPED teachers in Fort Worth ISD with TEA takeover?
Well, hopefully the takeover will give the state an opportunity to bring in a new set of leadership, and hopefully that leadership will be able to serve as the amazing educators that you are and the students that they have in their district.
Who is supposed to write in the service logs?
People coming to provide a service. I feel like these are trick questions.
There's right below it had a little bit more. Who's supposed to write in the service logs to where they count towards SAI minutes?
So that's somebody from California. Yeah, so whoever's providing the service, the related service, the instructional service, the special education service, if you have a log, they log in. It doesn't mean the service occurred. It just means they filled out the log. So I'm not real big fan of the log. I want to see the data.
Because logs could be fantasy. What if the district doesn't want to provide resources?
I don't care what you want to do. It's a legal obligation. Like, it's the law. So you don't have to follow the law, but then you would need to return all of your federal funds for your state. So let's look at it together, shall we? So let's look in the law book. So what number is that? It is number 300. I have a law book that's tabbed in the other room. Isn't that good, Cindy, that it's tabbed, but it's not here with me? Why would you want it?
Okay.
Why would you want it with you? Right? So 300.115. So that's on page 88 and 89. Okay? So it says, include the alternative placements listed in the definition of special education under 300.39, instruction in regular classes, special schools, home instruction, instruction in hospitals and institutions. Additionally, you must make provisions for supplementary services. You like a supplementary service, don't you? Such as resource room or itinerant instruction. So there's that. I mean, it's just the law. I didn't make up the law, but you know what I do help people? Abide by the law. So it's the law. And guess what we do about laws? We follow them. So if you have a principal that's telling you that we don't have resource, just give me their information. We'll give them a shout out on the Tickety Talk. So somebody wanted to know where can they find this video. So every Monday night we do a TikTok live, and then we post it on the entire thing on Special Education Academy with the red arrow that starts with a Y. And sometimes there's a tube. So the whole thing is posted there. Did you figure that out, Cindy? See how I did that?
Yes.
Yeah, because the bots on here, they know when you say stuff. Did you know that? The bots are smart.
Smarter than me.
Yeah.
Took me, it's like pull the pin and it takes me 5 seconds for that processing. Mom was asking for a medical one-to-one. It was told, don't worry. We wrote in adult supervision at all times.
Well, every child has adult supervision at all times. That's not a one-on-one. A one-on-one for medical, we call that nursing. If you need a one-on-one for medical, then you would need to have nursing. And nursing is related service under IDEA. Again, that would be very rare that your child would rise to that level.
I thought of you today when I went to the dollar store because pool noodles are back.
Oh, pool noodles. You always need a pool noodle in case you have to, everybody was kung fu fighting. Thanks you guys for the gifts.
Sometimes I just want to hit
GIFs.
myself with a pool noodle.
Yeah.
What are students' rights regarding suspending a student with ASD for having known behaviors?
So it's not that we haven't had known behaviors, but there's a certain point that it's past just being a characteristic of their disability. We have to look at that, right? The intensity, who else was impacted. Otherwise, we just say every time he has that behavior, he gets a pass, right? We want to teach a replacement behavior. We also, when it's appropriate, we want to have a correct consequence because that's how life is. But there's no disability that you just never get a consequence for it. That doesn't exist.
Isn't that the truth? Student using a quiet space to complete individual work outside the classroom. Accommodation or change of placement?
Why is he sitting in the hall finishing his work? That's why. The hall is not a location. That's not a placement. Ooh, somebody gave me a gift and it had noise. It went pew. That's impressive. Did you do that, Lauren? Thanks for the roses.
Oh, we want our due process for IEE and denial of fate. It feels so good.
Oh, good. What state?
It's from Hay, just in case it comes in on the bottom.
Yeah, what state?
Let's see. Are there any laws against retaining students with autism before testing occurs?
So, New Hampshire, congratulations. There's not, so retention is a decision between a parent and an administrator. So I'm going to be hard pressed to consider retention for a child other than kindergarten or first grade. However, there's been a few occasions in my short 30 years of doing this. I had a child that missed 89 days of school because he had severe onset seizures. So he literally had been at Texas Children's. He'd been at the hospital. He was an 8th grader, but he didn't have instruction. So, and there's no way I can make up half of the school year in packets. Thanks you guys for getting the books on the shop, the TikTok shop. And listen, TikTok shop, you don't stop. I need you to buy books because I have a new grandchild coming and I need money for gifts. So there, I said it.
It's rude.
Yeah, I forgot like how much baby stuff you could buy. They had these little like pacifier things that you put frozen stuff in there. It's for your gums. I think I could just chew on one during a hard. You know, like just put a little daiquiri in there. You know, to calm my nerves. I mean, my gums.
Yeah.
Because people now are telling me that I chew my lip when I'm thinking. Well, you know what? At least I'm thinking. That's what I have to say. So I spent this morning trying to chew my lip for an hour, Cindy. Almost passed out. I was like, how do you not chew your lip? I'm thinking. Hey, what's up?
Yes.
What's up, Little Webbit?
Yes. We can, your face lets us know how much trouble, when I sit in an IEP meeting with you for Mikey, I know how much trouble.
Yeah, a friend said the other day, she was like going, don't do it. Don't say that. Don't. And they said it. And she was like, ugh. And here came the glasses.
And the eyebrow.
If I cross my arms, oh, that's fighting words, isn't it?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Can we request cameras in sped classrooms?
You can request cameras in self-contained rooms if it's a state statute. And you have to do it annually.
I was told I should be getting a stipend or extra pay because there should be 2 sped teachers in alternative. Is that correct?
I don't know, but when you get it, let us know about it. We'll celebrate with you. You'll probably have enough money to go buy a second Chick-fil-A sandwich.
Maybe a Coke.
Yeah.
Our LSPs are now banned from attending IEP meetings because the district is majorly out of compliance.
Oh. You're banning LSSPs from meetings? That's going to be a problem.
Yeah. How do you feel about students being an older grade but come spend the whole day in a lower grade?
How do you think I feel about it?
I feel like you're going to get a pool noodle and add some rhubarb inside.
Yeah, I just had a kiddo that is in resource in junior high. She told us that once a week, every week, they go to the library and she reads to kids from life skills. So when I questioned her resource teacher. Her resource teacher told me the student was a liar. Wow, that's kind of strong. Would that be out of placement, Cindy? Yeah. And then she said, and she likes to do it. So which is it? Is she a liar or she likes to do it? Yeah. Just tell the truth. Just tell the truth. We can work with anybody that, I mean, even if you said, I've never collected data, that's fine. I would just say going forward, can the Driggers family expect for you to collect data going forward? And if you say, yes, we're good, just don't lie. Like, you're not good at it.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't have a memory, don't lie.
If you don't have a memory?
Yeah. I was told you have a para, even though there is only one, and he doesn't need to see that kid. Thoughts?
What? He doesn't need to see that kid. I cannot keep up with the make it up as you go, but that's going to be a no for me. You can't be the kid's para if you've never seen the kid.
Oh, so the person that said they won their due process with the IEE, they said, now I'm afraid to send the child back to school after our due process. I'm afraid they will retaliate.
Oh, that's not my experience. I think the good thing about filing is that you've shown the school that you're not a lay down, that you're not going to just take it. So thank you for supporting your kiddo.
Yes, absolutely. And that is also my experience with my kiddo too. He's well loved.
After we did our press conference with the big foam pictures.
Yes, all three of them. Let's see. This is the second time my son wasn't served properly and resources and inclusion logs weren't corrected. Suggestions for me?
So the question is, do you think the service was delivered? Right? Because some people are just not really good at taking data, but they're great at serving kiddos. Some people are really good at writing in logs, and they didn't serve the kiddo. So at the end of the day, I want the kiddo served. I'm not going to die on the hill of, were you a perfect, log filler outer? But the question is, are you delivering the specially designed instruction to the student? And then based on that, we can pivot and talk about next steps.
Fantastic. Let's see. It rolled on me. There we go. Got it. A diagnostician told me that the disability cannot be added to the IEP because it doesn't affect academics.
Woo! Good news, sweetie. It never needed to affect academics. It needed to have an educational impact. The law talks about an educational need. It doesn't talk about an academic need. I had that same conference with an amazing principal today. She was amazing. We had a child with a new eligibility, and she told me, in no uncertain terms, Cindy, we are not giving him a goal, and we're not giving him services. I said, we just found him eligible. She goes, do you have new data that you can present? I said, I'm not doing this with you. It's exhausting, the lack of special ed information that you have. Exhausting. And guess what we got? A goal and services. She was not happy. I told her, you got the same pants to get glad in, you got mad in. I mean, I didn't say it out loud, but she knew I was thinking it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I felt it as well.
Yeah.
Yes. It was telepathetic.
It was telepathetic. That's exactly what it was.
Do advocates specialize in helping determine if we qualify for lawsuits?
Really, probably anybody could file a lawsuit. We hopefully specialize in giving the parent the most information so that they can make an informed decision. The biggest concern for us is that parents don't have all the information and don't understand their ability to participate in the IEP process. So we're certainly not recommending parents to file and go to a hearing, but sometimes that's their only last choice.
How about a district taking away accommodations because they don't have evidence it's effective?
Well, they would have evidence because they log accommodations. That's your evidence. Accommodations have to be delivered RE, routinely and effectively.
Ooh, it is 2 minutes past the top of the hour.
Oh, she sounded a little bit scared, didn't she? Ooh. Okay, you can ask
My
three.
timekeeper.
You can ask 3 more questions
Oh,
with
okay,
feeling. With feeling.
With feeling.
Yeah.
Does dysgraphia qualify for support or OT given its impact on writing and learning?
So all the disses, the dysgraphia, the dyslexia, the dyscalculia, all the disses are the redheaded stepchild of an actual specific learning disability. So I am not opposed to servicing dysgraphia if in fact we've done a full comprehensive evaluation for special education. And so I think you'd be surprised what little instruction or intervention comes with dysgraphia. Probably hand a kiddo a piece of paper. Did I say that? I did. So I would rather have the eligibility for expression if that in fact is the problem, so we can have some more targeted intervention.
Does a foreign language teacher get to decide how accommodations are implemented in their class?
Sort of. So the LOTE requirement, language other than English. It's 2026. Why, for the love of God, are we having children take 2 years of a foreign language? Or as I would say, ¿por qué? Why? Why are we doing this? Why? We all got an A. I can't order breakfast in Spanish. Couldn't we do 2 years of how to make a bed? Couldn't we do 2 years of how to separate whites and darks? Couldn't we do 2 years of a greasy plate is not a clean plate? These are classes children need, right? So there is no adaptation or modification or reduction of rigor in a foreign language class.
What is your thought on TEFA? Technology Enhanced Formative Assessments.
I don't know what that is.
Teachers ask questions, often using a clicker and an app to check understanding in real time.
Yeah, I'm allergic to a clicker and an app being instruction or measurements for kiddos in schools. For the last 40 years, the American Pediatric Association has said no minor should look at a screen for more than 60 minutes a day. So I was watching this young man who was presenting on Capitol Hill. He was an educator turned neuroscience. And he said, we will not know the effects of all of this technology for another 60 years. But we know it is not improving outcomes for students in schools. It just isn't. And so we've got to take back our instruction. Certainly I'm a fan of technology, but when we're forming a child's brain and their cerebellum isn't even grown into their 22, might want to get them off of the dream box and the Vizzle. If I hear one more, we want the Vizzle. I'm about to give you a Vizzle. And the dream box. There's nothing dreamy about doing math. You can call it dream box, but it's not. So when you hear a teacher or a principal say, hey, we're using this, look it up and see if it's a supplementary instruction or direct instruction. And also know that a computer program, no matter how good it is not special education, and it cannot be made to be special education. And that's the way it is. So go get your bundle. You get a bundle, they get a bundle. This makes a really good teacher appreciation gift, right? Do we have Para Appreciation Week? Listen, you guys, don't forget your special educators. Don't forget Mr. John, who is the in-class support. Don't forget Miss Sally, who's the para that walks your kiddo. They have such an important impact on your life. They are also educating your kiddo. And don't forget what is Advocate Appreciation Week? Do we not have that yet, Cindy? We would like to add that on to National Administration Day or something. Yes, Lee.
Wednesday, April 1st was Para Professional Appreciation Day.
It was?
So April, yeah.
April Fools, no kidding. If you missed it, add it on.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Remember, we get it right for the child. We get it right for everybody. We will see you in the next training. Don't forget, Monday, June 1st is going to be an amazing time for all of our teachers to join the Epic Educator Academy. And for those of you in San Francisco, in 2 weeks, I'll be in San Francisco. Any of you guys live near San Francisco? Anybody in California? Anybody? John or Jenna 50 Caliber. I feel like she lives in San Francisco. So if you would like to meet me, we have a private lunch that we're having, and then we have a public event at night. So if you're anywhere near San Francisco, reach out to us, and we'll get you that information. Oh, look. Oh, Marley said me. Marley, would you like to come join us for lunch and a training? Just put your information in a little orange checkbox, and we'll get that information to you, because we're very excited about we'll be out there sitting on the dock of the bay. Is that a San Francisco song? I feel like, yeah. When am I coming to Kentucky? I'm coming to Kentucky May 30th and 31st to a 2-day live. So I hope we see you there. User 0724305673578. That's a lot of numbers. I might have made up some of those. Yep. We will be, where else will we be? 2-day live intensive at your, wherever you are on the 23rd and 24th. I would love to. Yeah, come on out. And then Mobile, Alabama. I am going to be in Alabama. What am I going to be in Alabama for? Alabama, which is not Mississippi. Okay, so I'm going to be in Mississippi, which I feel like is the same thing. I'm doing stand-up for the Farmers Bureau. So if you have any farming comedy that you would like me to work into my set, just let me know. That'll be exciting. But we'll be everywhere this year. We'll be in Vegas at the Innovative School Summit. We will be in Nashville at the Innovative School Summit. We will be at Elevate Your Classroom in Dallas. Is that exciting? So we're excited. Would you like to elevate your classroom, Cindy?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That would have been spectacular.
They have pom-poms, fun games. So we're excited. We just can't hide it. Did I miss anything, Angie? Did I miss anything? No. Remember, if you love somebody, get them a bundle. Right?
Correct.
All right. We will see you at 8 p.m. and the Epic Special Education Academy. Remember, we get it right for the child. We get it right for everybody. We'll see you guys in the next training. Hit subscribe. Share this with a friend. And you know what? Meet me back here every single week. We're not just talking about change. We're making it. Because when you know better, you do better. And when we get it right for the child, we get it right for everybody.